Global Thought Leadership Conference on e-governance. We had interesting sessions on UIT, financial inclusion, ICT infrastructure and ICT leaders conclave.
Idea was to again bring together the stakeholders, the community of practices, which focuses on governance and health in the form of conference, awards and exhibition.
Six years back, we started thinking in terms of governance. At that time, there was not much talk of e-governance when we started. Then we discussed it with the IT department and we came out with the concept of this magazine. It has been gaining strength from issue to issue, and as a matter of fact, over a period people started looking forward to this e-gov issue.
This is a sector and this is an initiative which has the capability of transforming millions of lives across the length and breadth of our country.
Necessarily, infrastructure has to be a leading indicator of the efforts being made, and the availability of services would grow only over a period of time. And therefore, the spread of these centers actually makes this facility available to people all across the country.
We are creating a state data center in each and every union territory in the state, and these are meant to host all information, all data and all applications.
India is benefiting tremendously from the increased capacity of the IT industry and a solution-related IT industry that has now world recognition.
The opportunity to provide benefits to all segments of society through technology is becoming more and more realistic today. And therefore, for governments to invest in e-governance and e-government related activities makes a lot of sense. A conference like this starts the debate, gets policymakers to understand what the options are, and shares best practices from other parts of the world as to what is possible and not possible.
We have taken up an additional challenge in this century of bringing e-governance to the ordinary man. If democracy is, as conventionally accepted, government of the people, for the people, by the people, democracy becomes meaningless unless the people are empowered.
If we would like to make agriculture a profitable business, we have to network them. Now ICT is there and ICT can penetrate to bring in necessary productivity, production and income rise for the farmers.
There is a shift from system-based solution to citizen-based solution, in the sense that now people are becoming more important. They are the center of the solutions as opposed to just providing systems.
When we talk about accelerating the pace of developmental interventions, we have to think about quality services, transparency and accountability.
Only if ICT is implemented in proper spirit, and you will see the results will be tremendous.
In the last 7 years, the penetration of mobile telephony has grown from just around 7% to 70%. It's a tenfold jump in the country.
We all must be competitive. Government, private companies, people. This is, again, the prerequisite of success and better life.
We work in a number of countries by supporting IT components of large sectoral projects. So we think that 70% of bank projects have IT components, which are mostly e-government related.
We are rolling out an active program called India Future of Change, which will go into university campuses around the country. And we're developing a separate version of that program for Africa to go into African universities and engage with young people.
A lot of hardware procurement systems that focused on automating a particular function of the government without looking at how that automation will serve the citizens. That tide has been starting to change.
If we are to think about deploying or using technology in development, the first thing that we're going to think of is not what technology we're going to use, but really which is the best technology to help us achieve our results, whether the result is poverty reduction or it's increased education or better health services or improved governance.
COC project, when it was taken up, it was felt that it would not be implemented by the government. It will not be a project like the community information centers which were run by the government and owned by the government. It was thought that it will be implemented by private partners on a service procurement model so that they will be able to ensure that the centers are not only set up but they are operational also.
Both in the EU and in India, there's a lot of research going on in cloud computing. And one of the main issues that needs to be solved in cloud computing is the whole area of security, privacy, and trust.
The campaign will reach 1 million women who are enriched and untouched by ICT and its promise, and help them acquire digital literacy through telecenters and telecenter networks throughout the world.
We feel that Aadhaar is an enabler for growth. It has the power of identity. It provides enhanced access to services, puts direct benefits to poor, it reaches out to marginal groups and addresses mobility.
The operations against specific criminals are today really highly dependent on the use of ICT.
We do advocacy and outreach, whereby we take the lessons learned from around the world and we propagate them, disseminate them, and we package them for adoption in other parts of the world.
This is a concentration of the ICT thinking, of an ICT ideas and projects, implementations, and also it's important that we have both sides present, the government and the private partners are all together.
The organizer of today's event, Center for Science, Development and Media Studies, has partnered with the government and the private sector of Bangladesh to bring you eAsia 2011 in Dhaka.
The eHealth World Forum is a part of the eWorld Forum. This has been instituted with the objective of creating a community of practice of healthcare IT professionals, and it has sessions on health insurance, medical education, mHealth, medical technology.
Technology plays a very vital role, and as we are hearing within the conference, almost everybody, and including the most senior doctors, are bringing out how technology can improve healthcare delivery, healthcare outcomes by measuring that data.
If we want to deliver healthcare, if we want to benefit the patients, if we want to make a paradigm shift, then amalgamation of communication as well as IT becomes an integral part of the way we have to deliver it.
We've started a scheme called Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana, wherein we are distributing cashless smart cards for delivering healthcare to the poorest of the poor to begin with. A smart card that can be used anywhere in the country.
We have just gone full electronic health record. So we took an open source Vista software which is used in the VA system in the US and have adapted that and adopted that to Indian standards. So now this software is available for any hospital to use.
Concepts like telemedicine, linking with satellite centers, remote areas,
has a big role in overall progression of linking smaller cities, smaller towns to the major referral centers.
Imagine the effectiveness of an e-health program when you've not only gotten the local ASHA workers to come and conduct their classes in that telecenter, but you've also engaged with maybe even the local health quack to come and also be part of that process and be part of that ecosystem.
India being spread in the rural areas, IT is the only way we can use our current resources and cover everything. There is no other way.
We have, such difficult terrains in our country which are far-flung remote areas where you take 7 days to walk before you reach the public. So e-health initiatives can reach those places.
A patient does not need to stay in hospital for that, so we shorten the hospital stay and use ICT to do a lot of the things which can be done outside hospital. Like, if a patient especially has come from far, he will need, if you do an operation, he will need stitch removal. Stitch removal under supervised care by the thing, so he doesn't have to stay for the entire 1 week in the same place.
It should be about the quality of what we deliver, the relevance of what we deliver, and whether at the other end, what I call the bottom of the pyramid or the base, whether they see the utility of what we're doing.
E-health is an integral part of medicine, and it is going to continue to be an ever-growing component of health, medicine, health education, and just general raising of in fact, awareness of people.
We are in the business of deriving intelligence out of data which is generated during interactions with the government.
We have various kinds of devices from kiosks to micro ATMs to UID kits to bill payment systems and kiosks. So we have had a lot of footfall coming into our stall.
Here we are showcasing all our electronic products which are being used in all the major medical colleges and hospitals.
Delegates from Moldova, from Sri Lanka, from Bangladesh, from Africa have come and asked us about how they can actually collaborate to expand our presence.
Cloud Forms is the complete product offering for people to build their clouds. The governments, they want to build their private clouds. The second offering is called OpenShift, which is for software developers.
NIT Technologies is into 3 major verticals, which is into airlines, then into manufacturing and travel distribution.
Our target is of enrolling 1 million a day now. Till now we are live in 10 of the states of India, and very soon till October we will be launching our project in every of the states.
We have implemented this software into Sangli Municipal Corporation and Kolhapur Municipal Corporation. That is very much live, and all the 36 and 37 modules are live, and it is integrated solution.
Private sector who've been awarded, people from the public sector who've been awarded, people from PSUs that have been awarded. You are the champions of the new India that's emerging. You are the beacons of hope in many, many ways. So today is a celebration of your effort. Today is a celebration of your achievement. And India stands proud because there are millions like yourselves that are making lives of people in our country much more enjoyable to live in the longer term. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you very much for having me here today.
We were happy to see that thought leaders, experts, academia, private sector from so many countries came here, both for research, both for lessons and also for business opportunity exploration.
This kind of forum helps in terms of connecting people to people, and therefore it has got own value.
Dissemination of the literature that they publish through the discussions that we have. It creates, as I said, a lot of awareness, a lot of debate, and that ultimately helps everybody, helps the country.
I very much hope that this forum and these magazines are going to be sustainable in the future.
The kind of initiatives which are being undertaken, whether it is on e-participation and democracy, or it is in terms of improving the livelihoods of the farmers in the rural areas, or it is in the large urban areas. I think these organizers, particularly Ravi Gupta, should be commended for all the work that he has been putting in. I wish him all the success.